Event Monitor, along with King Vision and SET Pay-Per-View, as sponsored by the San Antonio Express News and Corona Beer. At this time, we present the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, supervisors at ringside Juan Sanchez and Dick Cole. Along with the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, the executive director is Jack Garrison. At this time, we introduce ringside Dave Brown, Newton Campos, and Gail Van Hoy. Introducing the referee in charge, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, David Avalos. All right, fans, here we go with the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with red and green trim, originally from Montreal, Canada, now fighting out of Jersey City, New Jersey. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds. His record includes 20 losses with 15 wins by knockout. He is ranked the number 9 for welterweight contender by the WBC. Please welcome tonight's challenger, known as Lightning, Joe Gatti. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner, the defending champion, entering the ring with white trunks and red trim. Fighting out of First Fighters Squadron in Campo, California, by way of Lubbock, Texas. He weighed in at 153 1/2 pounds with an outstanding record of 35 wins, 3 losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his 10th defense of his title, please welcome one of the young superstars of boxing today, the defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terrible Terry Norris. Once again, he is your referee in charge, David Avalos.
Okay, you have both already received your instructions. Remember, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Shake hands, return to your corners.
Norris told us yesterday if there's one thing he learned from his last fight when he was knocked down to the second, it's don't take anybody for granted. That includes Joe Gatti. No more messing around. You've got to stay focused 100%. Whoa, a wild swing and a miss at the outset by Gatti. And that's what Norris said he expected might happen at the start of the fight.
I guess he did see the water swing.
Yes, yes. He watched the tapes closely. Norris said he expects Gatti to come out and throw bombs. And he's a prophet, winging away with telegraphed, wide-ranging punches.
Now don't keep your eyes off this set and don't leave, because this is kind of explosive and it's going to end one way or another early.
Gatti, a 20-1 underdog. He's been knocked down twice as a pro, just in case. Same for Norris, including that last fight.
Don't pull back.
Body punching there by Terry Norris. Gatti told us he feels Norris is most dangerous the first 3 rounds. You don't have to be a prophet to know that. Down he goes! A crunching left hook by Terry Norris.
Well, he wasn't able to weather that storm for 3 rounds, at least not yet. He has a good jab. He's going to have to use it now, but his legs are not under him.
Okay. And a long way to go. Just under 2 minutes in round 1.
And that's what tends the difference in class.
It could be over. Gatti goes down through the ropes. Referee David Avalos has to help them back up. We haven't gotten any official signal, but it appears as if the fight is over.
Oh, this fight is over. He's not getting off the floor, and I'm sure the doctor's going to keep him down there a little while longer.
They're trying to roll him back into the canvas. He's in the lap of the commissioners over there, and that's what happens when you get two different category of fighters. This kid weighed 170 pounds. He was mistaken that weight was going to equal speed and strength, and all he got was an introduction to big-time fighting. You don't do that with a Norris and expect to survive.
And Freddie and Bobby, what a contrast between the first fight and this fight. The first fight going the distance, a draw for Azuma Nelson after the controversy, and now in the opening minutes of the fight, Terry Norris dispatches Joe Gatti easily.
The only difference in this fight was everybody expected this ending, whereas no one expected and could expect and foresee that rare and bizarre ending of the Azuma Nelson fight.
You know, Gatti came in and didn't move quite as much as he really should have. He said he had to weather the storm in the first 3 rounds, but he came out a little too aggressive, maybe, even with that big sloppy right hand. But he was throwing a few punches, some clean shots inside, using a good jab, but not paying attention to what happens afterward, and the counter just caught him cold.
So they check things out over there in the Joe Gatti corner. I think more embarrassed than anything else right now.
I think they're telling him, welcome to big-time boxing. This is what it feels like when you go up against the champion of the world.
He was doing good.